Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Adventures in Collecting Premium Toyetic Event. We are back to talk about the WWE's 2025 Elimination Chamber, a premium live event that had a lot going on. Historic, even, many would say. But before we dive into who Dave and I think were the most toyetic and deserving of a figure from Elimination Chamber, a little bit of housekeeping. So first and foremost, it is March 2025, which means there are a couple of things going on that you need to know about. One is our March 2025 giveaway is live over on Instagram. So this wonderful PVC diorama statue of AEW's Bryan Danielson is up for grabs. So visit us at AIC_podcast on Instagram. You will find a pinned post on our feed, as well as in our highlights under the giveaway section, and you have an opportunity throughout the entire month of March to win this statue. So we will announce the winner on April 1st, no fooling, and you have until then, until March 31st, to enter. So again, that's at AIC_podcast, and you can win yourself a gorgeous PVC diorama statue of Bryan Danielson, courtesy of our friends at Diamond Select Toys. So so make sure you check that out, especially if you're a wrestling fan. It's a great piece for your collection. So we are giving one of them away. The second thing that you need to know about for March of this year is our second ever live show. So we are recording the show live in front of the audience there at Zapp Con, New Jersey on March 29th. We are scheduled to go on somewhere around 4 p.m. Eastern time. Time is still being kind of finalized, but it is $10 to get into Zapp Con. It is in Wayne, New Jersey at the Wayne PAL. We will put a link to where you can get tickets in the description below. But make sure that if you are in the area, if you are into comics, if you enjoy Adventures in Collecting and want to be part of our live audience, we would absolutely love to have you. We will be talking to friends of the pod, previous guests, Blaine and Chris from the team over at NECA. We're going to be talking about their art, the process, what Chris and Blaine do at NECA, as well as their own personal art. Chris will be set up at Zapp Con with his own table, his own booth, selling some of his amazing art. We, of course, were big fans of Chris before we knew him, before we knew that he was a part of the NECA team. So we are super excited to be chatting with him again. And if you watched any of our Toy Fair coverage, you'll have seen that we interviewed Blaine. We got the booth tour at NECA, and he might even be able to bring some of those things that we saw for the first time as media to this event, so that way you can see it with your own eyes for the first time. So we're really excited to sit down with both Chris and Blaine and have a fun conversation. And of course, if you're there and you have questions for them, maybe we'll even carve out some time for some questions from our live studio audience. So so we'll be at Zapp Con all day, hanging out, chatting with people as they come by, maybe shopping for some comic books ourselves, because of course this is an event run by Zapp Comics out of Wayne, New Jersey, our favorite comic shop in the entire world. They are incredible people. They've been around for as long as we've been enjoying comics, and we're super excited that they're having us back to have another live show. So again, I'm going to say the date one more time. It is March 29th, Wayne, New Jersey. We will be going on somewhere around 4 p.m. So definitely make sure you get there beforehand, so that way you have tons of time to go around and shop, and then hang out with us and enjoy the live show. Aside from Chris and Blaine being there, we will also have a couple of giveaways at the event for people who are in attendance. We haven't quite figured out how we're going to give them out yet, but we will have giveaways. So please make sure, again, that you swing by, that you say hi, that you enjoy some incredible art and comic books, and even some other toy makers. So Gene St. Jean, somebody who's been sculpting action figures and statues for a very long time. You probably have some of his stuff if you own some Diamond Select pieces. He's an incredible sculptor, and seasoned vet of the industry. So he will also be there. So yeah, lots to do at Zapp Con. Again, March 29th, Wayne PAL. Make sure you check it out if you are in the area. You can also visit, if you don't want to go into the show notes and click, you can visit ZappConNJ.com to get your tickets, or just visit Zapp Comics on Valley Road in Wayne, New Jersey, and pick up your tickets there. So again, really excited to do another live show. March is going to be a super fun month. Plus, it's a day after Dave's birthday, so you'll get to help us celebrate the big guy's birthday. So make sure, again, if you're in the area, we'd love to see you. The first live show was a lot of fun, so excited for this one as well. With that out of the way, I think that's all of the housekeeping that we have to take care of before we jump in here and talk about our Premium Toyetic event. So if this is your first Premium Toyetic event, what we do here is we don't discuss the matches, who won, who lost. We leave that to the bigger guys out there. What we're concerned about is the toys. Who had the coolest ring gear? Who had the craziest moment that needs to be captured in action figure form? Whether it's an elite, whether it's an ultimate, whether it's a multi-pack, we dissect a premium live event or a pay-per-view, and we tell you who we think, a pitch, if you will, to our friends at Mattel, or who we think deserves a toy from the event. So without further ado, let's kick it off, and let's get into the first picks. This is going to be structured a little bit differently than usual because I only have technically one pick, and I haven't listened to what Dave's are yet. So I know he didn't pick the same thing that I picked because we did discuss this previously, but I don't know who he picked. So what we're going to do is we're going to pass it on off to Dave here. He's going to rattle off his picks, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about mine.
My first pick number 1, is going to be Roxanne Perez. Somebody who is overdue for a new elite. Her last elite was back when she was a babyface NXT Women's Champion. So let's get a heel version of Roxy out. She had the black and maroon going on, which was first time gear for the Elimination Chamber. So I think it's a perfect opportunity to get Roxanne Perez a new figure, represent her Elimination Chamber look if no other kind of options from NXT arise. It's a good way to get her back out into the Mattel Elite mix. So Roxanne Perez, choice number 1. For choice number 2, I'm going to be a little less exaggerated here. I'm not going to fly all over the place, even though I just did. I'm doing the hands. Which works out really well on a blue screen kind of background when you're wearing a blue shirt. I don't know. Better choices, Dave. So, speaking of better choices, another great choice for the second pick from Elimination Chamber, and that is going to be from the women's tag team match between Nia Jax and Candice LeRae, and my picks, Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus. This would be a perfect 2-pack, whether we're looking Mattel Creations or maybe a main event 2-pack. Matching black and white gear, black with blue kind of accents to it. Trish had the cutout of the maple leaf on her gear, with her logo in it, celebrating her anniversary in wrestling. And, the tough part will be, as we've seen with previous hockey jerseys, is it'll probably just be like an Elimination Chamber jersey. If we have the hockey jerseys, obviously they will not be able to have the Leafs jerseys. But I thought it was cool with the Toronto Maple Leafs jerseys. Blue and white, what a coincidence. Did not plan that. So, yeah, they had the Leafs jerseys. They had the blue, white, and kind of black gear. I think it would be a great 2-pack. So let's it's never gonna hurt to get maybe Tiffy with the belt, in there. I'm sorry, championship title in there. Get her a figure with the title, and as well as get a new Trish out there, because hey, you always need more legends. There's never enough legends, and why not celebrate Trish and Tiffany teaming up? So that is my second pick: Trish Stratus, Tiffany Stratton. On to pick number 3. Pick number 3 is going to be 3 from the unsanctioned, but still had a referee or multiple referees, unsanctioned, I guess, Toronto street fight. No rules, no sanctions, no real rules except for the rules. Between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I'm a sucker for, street fight gear KO, and he had on the commemorative shirt with the the duct tape K and then a duct tape maple leaf, which I thought was cool. And I mean, I feel like we get like a KO a year, but we're due like another really great KO figure. It's been a little bit. Usually the KO Mania ones are pretty good, or that figure. But you know what? That KO Ultimate might need one of those greatest hits fix-ups, and I think this is the perfect way to do it. Get KO in the fight gear and the special commemorative shirt from the event. Maybe stick a chair in there with him. I know we probably can't do a barbed wire chair, but stick a chair in there. Perfect figure. So make him a little taller, I guess. And there we go. So let's get one of those greatest hits fix up. Not quite an actual greatest hits, but almost an entirely new figure. KO in the street fight gear. That's my third pick for Elimination Chamber 2025.
All right. So as I mentioned, my pick is a singular thing. So Elimination Chamber, lots of really crazy things happened. We had the in the women's chamber match, we had Jade Cargill coming in and taking Naomi out. And if you've been keeping tabs on SmackDown, we've confirmed it was Naomi, and full on heel turn. Did not see that coming. Spoilers, I guess. But the big moment from Elimination Chamber was after the end of the men's chamber. John Cena comes up victorious with a little help from a very bitter and vengeful Seth Rollins. And then Cody comes out, and they have their babyface on babyface moment, and we think we know where we're headed for WrestleMania. And then the final boss comes out with Travis Scott and says, "Cody, give me your soul." And Cody says,
"Hey, Rock, go yourself."
Yeah, that's what he said. And then all hell breaks loose as John Cena turns heel, kicks Cody in the Rhodes family jewels, bludgeons him with a Rolex, and boy oh boy, after 22 years, we have a heel John Cena, arguably one of the coolest, if not most kind of earth-shattering heel turns since Hogan at Bash at the Beach. Bash at the Beach. I don't know what a beach is. Bash at the Beach. We have a crazy heel turn. Whether or not it'll have the same ripple effect as that heel turn did on the industry, yet to be seen. However, we did also create in the process an incredible opportunity for a 4-pack of WWE Elite figures. Now, hear me out. So we've had a lot of Rocks, we've had a lot of Cenas, we've had a lot of Codys. We've never had a Travis Scott figure. However, he's had a figure from Jazzwares when he was in Fortnite. So the Cactus Jack character of his brainchild has been a figure in a different format, but he's never had a wrestling figure. And we know that Travis is a big wrestling fan. So here's my pitch for a Elimination Chamber 4-pack, right? You have The Rock that just came out in Elite 116, somewhere around there, 15, 116, with the soft goods, the molded pants. Update that soft goods for what he's wearing at Elimination Chamber, and then that's your Rock. And give him the finger so he can cut the throat, maybe a new pair of sunglasses that are a little more accurate to what he was wearing, but The Rock taken care of. Cena, we can now get a new expression on Cena, right? We can get that scowl, but otherwise, same Cena body. Give him the gear that he was wearing at Elimination Chamber with the new armbands, new shirt, new hat. I think he had a hat on, but give him that scowl that he's making when he's holding the belt up. Cody, this is an opportunity to give us a suited Cody without the jacket, because he spends, before he gets undressed, he's in the suit with the no jacket. So we have not had that version of Cody yet, and he appears that way a lot. So in that suit where we can see the vest and no jacket, and maybe again, we've got a ton of different Cody faces that we can use already, but that would be great. And also with The Rock, throw the weight belt in with the Cody soul on it, and the Dusty Rhodes death date. Dark as anything accessory, but it would be really cool. And then the fourth figure, the only one that's technically new tooling, would be Travis Scott, and that's a cool selling point. I mean, he was a key factor in that moment. It's going to be something that's remembered for a long time, and whether or not he continues to be part of the story here, that moment will forever be enshrined. Thanks to the impending receipt that will likely be coming his way, since he seemed to have gotten Cody pretty good, based on how Cody looked at on SmackDown the other night. And of course, Travis Scott has a new shirt up on WWE Shop. This shirt, Wrestling is Real, with the Attitude Era logo and everything, and you can get that shirt at WWE Shop, and we've got a link to that in the description, in the bio down there. So yeah, I mean, this is a moment that's going to be enshrined in the annals of wrestling. An absolute mega heel turn, absolute mega moment, and I can just picture the box, the way that the figures would be laid out and everything. And if you can get that license for Travis Scott to make that figure, boy, you've got a whole new fan base that's going to be going after that 4-pack for one figure alone. But that would be a great set piece, great piece for figure photographers like myself to get some either new expressions or new outfits. Can't go wrong with that. So my pick, usually we pick 3. So technically my pick this time is 4, but it's all in one shot. So my pick, the Elimination Chamber, for what I think deserves to be a toy, is a 4-pack of The Rock, Cena, Cody Rhodes, and Travis Scott, and we can call it the Elimination Chamber heel turn. That's my pick. All right, so with that wraps up another edition of Premium Toyetic Event. We will be back next week with a full-length episode recapping our time at Toy Fair, New York Toy Fair this past weekend. Lots to digest, lots to talk about. We needed a week off from thinking about it, truth be told. Lots of late nights editing video. So we're gonna regroup. We're gonna recap you on our Toy Fair experience, and you can listen to that or watch here on YouTube next week, so on Monday. While we're on the topic of saying goodbye, before you leave, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down there, so that way you don't miss it when we post new videos. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, if you are listening on your favorite podcast platform, please make sure you rate, review, subscribe, all of those great things to help our podcast get out to more ears. As I mentioned at the top of the episode, make sure you're following us at AIC_podcast on Instagram, on X, on TikTok, on Blue Sky. There's so many social media networks now. Make sure you're following us for all the latest toy news, deals, availability, toy photography, anything and everything that we think would help out the community. Thank you so much for listening, for enjoying Premium Toyetic Event, and we will see you next time on Adventures in Collecting.